there's gonna be someone, might not even be someone, might be a bunch of y'all who stumbled upon this video, read the title, and now you're rushing down to the comment section before the video even starts. And now you're writing something like, oh my God, this game isn't even hard and combos aren't even long. I'm gonna need y'all to get good and stop crying about every little thing. Assuming that this title is my own thoughts without even, actually watching to see what I think about the whole thing. So yeah, what I'm gonna need you to do is scroll on up out of the comment section real quick and just, watch and listen before you start making assumptions and everything. Anyway, hello there chat room. It's been a minute, mainly because I have been sick and I'm finally better enough to talk without coughing all over the place. So we have come to the conclusion of the 2XKO Alpha Lab. And since then, there has been a metric ton of different opinions about this game. But today, I'm not here to talk about every opinion of the people. I'm gonna talk to you about my own personal experience with this game over the last week and a half. So keep in mind, I consider this game to be super fun when I played during Combo Break in 2024. But what do I think now after putting in about 40 plus hours? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it still fun? Is it too hard? Are combos too long? I don't know, but we finna find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Reign, so let's get it. There are so many different aspects of this game that I'm gonna have to break everything down individually, starting with the feel. So let's talk about how this game feels. By this, I mean, how does it feel to move around? How does it feel to press buttons? Things like that. So hitting buttons felt really good to me, especially depending on the character I was playing. Doing basic combos and block strings was really fun, and it was cool that buttons were actually really responsive. But the main thing I really liked was that things felt really impactful, and you can really feel a lot of these attacks, especially from the big bodies. But movement, on the other hand, I both loved and hated movement depending on who I was playing. My most used characters throughout this entire playtest were Echo, Ilaoi, and Braum. I know, surprising, right? With Echo, I'm the black nerd at school zooming from the school bully because he pissed off that I do some jank shit at him. I'm wave dashing towards him, I'm wave dashing backwards, avoiding him. I'm having a good ass time. But then there's the big bodies. Playing a big body can make it feel like you're moving around with cinder blocks on your ankles. Whether you're running, wave dashing, back dashing, or backwards wave dashing, it felt like you were getting absolutely nowhere. And of course, I know these characters are big bodies, so they're not gonna move around as well as the smaller characters, but I think you should still be rewarded at least a little for being skilled at movement. What the hell am I supposed to do against this horny fox lady when she's charging at me trying to grab me by the chest?
Yeah.
I couldn't run. I tried to backdash. But all in all, yeah, I both love and hate movement right now. But let's move on to controls and mechanics. Oh, buddy, it's time for everyone to yell in the comment section. The control layout was absolutely my biggest struggle in this game, along with pretty much everyone that I talked to about it, because there are so many different mechanics. All right, prepare yourself, because this is about to get stupid. You have light, medium, heavy, special 1, special 2, and tag as your basic buttons. Your assists are assigned to your tag button, and pressing forward or backwards plus a button gives you a different assist. You also have your tag launcher by pressing tag without a direction, or neutral tag. You can dash by pressing light plus medium. You have a retreating guard by pressing light plus medium while guarding. You have push block by pressing forward light plus medium while guarding. You have a parry, which was light plus heavy. You have a grab, which was medium plus heavy. You have a burst, which was tag plus special. Do you see what I mean? Man, look, this game got so many different buttons and combinations and mechanics that it's hard as all living hell to find a good layout that works, especially if you're using macros. And you know what also doesn't help? The fact that there are 2 special buttons. Man, one of my homies were literally saying that this game might be a lot easier if there were actually motion inputs, but as we all know, those are not coming to this game at all. I really do like the defensive mechanics though, because it never really feels like you're helpless if you learn how to use them properly, especially the retreating guard and a push block. But I really do think they should let you start the match off with 1 bar a meter, so you can have 1 bar to at least use some of these mechanics as opposed to having to build up to them, because this game is oppressive as all living hell. But one thing I don't like that I don't really hear people talking about too much, there's no way to snap out your opponent's characters outside of blocking a burst. Now for context, context, in older games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball FighterZ, I think Skullgirls, etc., you have an attack where you can knock your opponent's characters out of the match to bring in a different character. So this is useful when you want to do something like get rid of a problem character or bring in another character that has lower health, so you know you can take them out. But the only way to do that right now in this game is to block a burst, which is hard enough in itself. And when you do block the burst, it forces the other character in, and you know it gives you a free combo opportunity. Now the messed up thing is a lot of people didn't even know you could block burst because it wasn't in the tutorial. And the problem with the tutorial is the fact that it doesn't really teach you how to use any of the main mechanics that you really need. Hell, a lot of what I just named I didn't even know was in the game until I watched videos from other creators. You can tell they're really just doing the basic tutorial last minute, but the problem is so many things are just left for the player to figure out things on their own, which is a problem because of how much stuff is actually in this game. Hell, I basically had to teach my friends how to use these mechanics and let them know that they actually were possible. And we all know these things are going to be added later, and of course the devs already been made aware of this, so they already know. But as far as the alpha trying to use the tutorial to try to onboard people, yeah, that kind of wasn't it. Also, Last Stand needs to be nerfed because holy hell. Oh no, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Stop it. Jesus!
And it's not over!
Try this.
What the fuck?
Okay, that was a lot, and probably not even everything I needed to talk about. But let's move on and talk about combos. Everyone loves combos, right? It's everyone's favorite part of fighting games, right? You couldn't be any more wrong. There has been so much debate about combos in this game that is actually hilarious to me. The main argument being that combos are way too long. And it's funny because I think they're just talking about one or two characters in specific, and I think we all know who. We'll talk about all that later. I, for one, don't think combos are too long, but I do think certain combos are just boring to watch, and those are the combos you see everyone using. And one point that I did hear, shout out to the homie Ghost from Third Strike, is the fact that some of these combos aren't even that long, but the animation just goes on forever for some of these moves. So you can see a combo that'll only have about 20 hits, but it'll feel like it's going on for the absolute longest time because the animations are taking forever. So yeah, if they sped up certain animations, it might be a little more bearable than what it is right now. Hell, talking about long combos, have y'all even played Dragon Ball FighterZ? Yo ass in a whole ass Funimation intro before the level 3 even starts, and then you can't even break it. Your ass is just stuck there watching this entire AMV. You might as well just go to the kitchen, make a sandwich, get some chips, and just enjoy the show. But my main issue, and I think along with a lot of other people, came from seeing that one Ari combo over and over and over, and that's because a special one was way overtuned and that bitch hit from goddamn everywhere. Like, why are you a mile away and you still able to connect and hit me with this whole sequence? Man, look, I was so goddamn mad every time I got hit by that shit. But that's enough about long, boring combos. Let's talk about the game's primary system, the fuse system. So I like the fuse system a lot, but you can tell some are clearly more privileged than others. Like the rest of the degenerates out there, I primarily use either 2x assist or freestyle. They clearly gave you way more advantages than all the other fuses, especially depending on the character you use. If you play Ari, using 2x assist was almost mandatory because her assist was way too good because it was busted as all living hell. Like, it was actually busted. Double down fuse was also good, but as an Echo player, it was kind of hard to properly utilize because of the way his supers worked. But if we're being real, I also think double down shouldn't even be a fuse. So to reiterate, double down is the fuse where you can DHC, or delay hyper combo, which means after you do a super, you can do another super with your partner character. This is actually a basic mechanic in literally every other tag fighter. So I think you should be able to do it in this game as well without the need of a fuse. I didn't touch pulse at all, which was the auto combo fuse, and I didn't really see too many people using Fury outside of, you know, Twitter TOD combos. Freestyle was my primary when I played solo, since I was able to control when I wanted to constantly swap between characters, and I used 2x assist mostly during duos. We'll talk about them duos later. For now, let's quickly talk about the characters. So what I'm gonna do right now is give you a really fast rundown of what I think about all 6 characters in the game so far.
Echo!
Easily my favorite character in the alpha, and probably one of the more complete feeling characters so far. Landing his mix-ups gave this insane sense of euphoria, like, ooh, goddamn! Especially when I landed that shit on my friends and they ain't know what was coming. Yeah, that was great. My second favorite character right now, but she needs a little more sauce that doesn't require tentacles to be present at all times. But aside from that, Big Mama hits hard. I did not, and I mean I did not expect to enjoy this character as much as I did, and he became my 3rd favorite character in this alpha, mainly because of stuff like this.
Dang it.
What? Stop it.
That's stupid. What does it work like that?
Stop it.
What the fuck?
Oh, I indeed could not play this Marlon Pie ass character for shit. The amount of execution that you need to pull off his cool stuff is actually insane, and I don't have execution like that because I am actually ass. And if you don't know who Marlon Pie is, he's the one that designed this character, and he is also the person in this clip right here.
Oh, it's not even looking. That's so fucked up.
Darius!
I think niggas like him should die.
Ori!
Is this game too hard? Well, yes, and also no. On a surface level, tag fighters or hyper fighters are one of the easiest genres of fighting games to just pick up and play, mainly because you can just either mash and have cool shit happening all over the screen, or you can just do ABC launcher, air combo, ABC special, or super, and you can just keep it as simple as that. The problem is getting good at this game takes a lot of work, and that is extremely impressive when you start to play at a higher level. Okay, now this is always funny to me because you always hear people say it regarding nearly any fighting game. This game isn't hard because the combos are super easy. Repeat after me, class. Combos are not the hard part of fighting games. The hard part comes from having to learn the 45 different mechanics that they don't teach you in the tutorial, along with learning how to properly play the neutral game, struggling to block because there's so much going on in every direction. Hell, I could go on and on about this one. In my friend group, I was the main one who put in the most time, so I was heavily encouraging that we all play duos instead of having everyone struggle while trying to fight me. Speaking of duos, that was probably the most fun I had in a fighting game in a very long time. The interactions alone between me and my friends made playing duos my favorite part of the Alpha Lab, and I encourage everyone to try it out when we all get to play. And one of the best choices we probably made was to have one person who was experienced with fighting games partner up with another person who wasn't as experienced with fighting games, so it made things a lot more fun and a lot more hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Give him kisses.
I don't want your kisses, harlot. Oh no.
Damn. They going against these burly ass men.
And of course, when we weren't playing duos, I was playing alone, sweating my ass off at 1 a.m., but we ain't gotta talk about all that right now. But all in all, I actually had a lot of fun with the Alpha Lab, despite certain things needing fixing or adjusting. A few technical issues I had, which are more than likely gonna get fixed later down the line. For one, not having region-specific lobbies, so you don't know where your opponent is playing from, which may result in a lot of lag. Not having a Wi-Fi indicator, so you don't know what your opponent's connection actually is, on the PC version, the background music just suddenly going completely mute, not being able to save your training mode settings. Also, as far as training mode, not being able to change your fuse while in training and having to go back to the character select screen to do so. The fact that when you get a happy birthday, or when you have both characters in a combo, the point character falls out and you're still comboing the second character. It should really be the other way around. And a few other bugs that I can't remember right now because I forgot to write them down. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I honestly did like how they implemented their battle pass. Of course, you would have to grind if you wanted to unlock everything, but the rewards you got didn't really take too long to get. Probably one of the better battle passes I've seen in a fighting game, and I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody else. So I think that's all I have right now as far as my feedback, or at least that I can't remember right now. So I hope you all found this at least somewhat helpful. And also, if you haven't already, take the goddamn survey. I will leave it in the description as well as the pinned comment. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the game so far, and I will catch y'all next time. We out.